sell your home and divide your assets when going through a divorce can be super stressful, highly emotional, and it's very personal. Well, you're not alone. Did you know that 50% of the population will experience a divorce in their lifetime? And I can relate. I too had to sell my home when I went through the divorce process. I'm Lisa Malcolm. I'm with Coldwell Banker, the Real Estate Center, and I've created six important things and considerations that you should know when selling your home when going through a divorce. You can call me directly at 905-622-4469. Now, coming up is the first thing you should consider as you're going through the process. Have your separation or divorce agreement completed. This is a very important step so that you can confidently close your transaction on time and without any hiccups, surprises, or last-minute demands by your ex-spouse. Keep in mind, this process could be lengthy and does need to be completed with a lawyer. Be in an alignment with your goals. So, I know this could be challenging, especially when you may not be agreeing on much these days. However, let's consider if you skip this step. So, let's say, for example, one spouse is so done with the process, they want to skip through everything as quickly as possible, get to the finish line, and so that means that they would really be okay with accepting any offer that comes to the table. And yet, well, that's just not going to work for the other spouse. And so what ends up happening is an offer comes to the table, and now we already have a breakdown in the negotiations because we are not in an alignment of how this is going to look. So the next part of this is let's consider if the other spouse is so set on such perhaps an unrealistic price that they're willing to sit on this property for a long, long time until they're able to get this unrealistic value. So this is where an experienced real estate professional obviously is very important. So they're able to advise you on a realistic estimated value, realistic estimated time frame of which your home will sell. And once that's established and both of you have listened and heard and agree on this estimated time and value, now at this point when an offer does come to the table, you should be able to get through the negotiations much smoother. So again, be in alignment with your goals by discussing with your real estate professional the estimated time, the estimated value for which your home will sell. At this point, you will likely see less one of the spouses sabotaging a deal once it comes to the table. Be mindful and consider your options. So many of us are bombarded every day for the easy way out. For example, investor comes along, offers you cash on your home today. What's actually happening here is they are rushing in and taking advantage of the situation, and you're actually giving up a lot of your equity for somebody else to profit. With just a few minor improvements and repairs sometimes, when they're needed, you can significantly increase the value of your home. And if you find yourself that you don't have the resources to be able to do so, well, let's talk. We can get you enrolled into our help program. And with that, we actually pre-fund for these minor improvements where we see you'll be able to get the biggest bang for your buck and sell your home for top dollar. Choosing a real estate professional. It's extremely important that you choose an experienced real estate professional who is dedicated to achieving your goals, as in point number 2 that we discussed earlier. It's also very important that you are choosing an agent who is neutral, who will not pick sides or become emotionally entangled in your marital breakdown. So ultimately, working with an experienced agent, they will have a plan on how to communicate and address your needs so that neither side feels favored. Let me give you an example. When I work with couples, amicable or not, I let them know right from the beginning that I communicate fairly and with ultimate integrity. So what I mean is, I will be transparent with both parties. Should one of the parties give me a call, what I will do is I will follow up that phone call with an email that outlines the conversation we had, and I'll send it to both of the parties. When I let them know that this will be the process right from the beginning, what it does is it really seems to eliminate and reduce any stresses or anxieties about me favoring one party or the other, knowing that all the conversations will be open and transparent to both parties, and that it really does reduce any concerns of any conversations happening in the background. Moreover, when you're choosing a real estate agent, often what ends up happening too is that there's a controversy about which agent to choose, because partner A and partner B both have a realtor friend. So what I recommend in that situation is you could invite more realtors, more than one realtor, to be interviewed by the partner. So if you each have one friend that you want to bring forward to be interviewed, great, but more than one should be brought forward, maybe 2 or 3. Go through the interview process, come up with equal conversations, topics, questions you want to go through. And what I really focus on is, how is that agent going to address your concerns and anxieties? What experience do they have working with couples that have gone through divorce? And how do they plan to get you top dollar for your home? So a lot of things here that can compound. So it's really great that you have the opportunity to get to know your agents and your options prior to choosing one. I hope that helps. And stay tuned for point number 5. Number 5, prepare your home for sale. So, of course, you want to put your best foot forward to achieve your goal of selling. And a great real estate agent will be able to tell you the key things to improve the appearance of your home and also appeal to the most amount of buyers. But one other thing to keep in mind here is that we want to keep your motivation or your reason for selling very private. We don't want to share that with the prospective buyers, because they may feel that they can leverage that during negotiations. So really lean on your agent here to highlight anything in the home that may be indicating your reason for sale. Number 6, be prepared for decisions with flexibility in mind. So if the decision has been made, the home will be sold during your divorce. Well, how you come to handle those decisions can either save you money or they can cost you money. So let's consider the big ones. Who will be the best agent for the job? What will the list price be? Once the deal's on the table, what's the sale price going to be? What are you going to include in the sale? What are you going to exclude in this sale? Who or how are the responsibilities of the seller going to be handled? Any special requests that the buyer have included in that offer? How about the closing date? So yes, there's decisions to be made along the way. How you handle them can save you money. If you need to turn to your respective lawyers to help mediate each of these decisions, that will only create the most costly way to go through this process. So if you come prepared for these decisions with flexibility in mind, along with your experienced real estate professional, I guarantee you it will be the most cost-efficient way to move through the process. So in closing, I hope that the 6 big things that I've outlined here for selling your home while going through a divorce has been helpful for you.